Good morning, dears. How are you today, Miss? Today we will speak about the relationship, okay, and how to relate between multiplication and division. What do you think? What's the name of the relationship between multiplication and division? It's actually the fact family. I can represent the relationship between multiplication and division by what I call it or name it the fact family. Now, before we go to the multiplication and division, let's revise together, the definition of the fact family between the addition and the subtraction operations. Now, as we notice here, today we will learn to write multiplication and division fact families. But let's revise together, or let's review together the definition of the addition and subtraction. Then we will go to multiplication and division. Now, in addition, in equation of the addition, actually we call all of the numbers that are added to each other, the addend, and the result of the addition operation is the sum. So actually, if you can notice here, 6 is an addend and 5 is an addend and 11 is the sum of them. Now, the inverse operation is the operation that makes this operation 5 plus 6, is not existed. So the operation that makes 5 plus 7, 5 plus 6 equals 11 is undo, or cannot be done, is actually by subtracting, the 5 plus a minus or from the 11. So if you add 6 plus 5, it will give you 11. If you subtract 5 plus 11, it will be 6. So it's just as you didn't make the addition. Now let's forget about the inverse operation. I just want you to focus on something. Now, in addition, for addition, the inverse operation is subtraction. For multiplication, the inverse operation is the division. So if we are going to represent relationship between addition and subtraction, so this is what we call it the operation and the inverse operation. And the connecting between them is actually a family, what I call it the fact family. Now, let's talk about the fact families of addition and subtraction first. Now, every fact family, Miss, has it can be represented by triangle. At the top of the triangle we will write the biggest or the greatest number, which is here 7. Then at the bottom or the base of the triangles we have the other addends, which are 2 and 5. You can see, Miss, there is nothing else except these 3 members of this family. You will not see any number else than 2, 5, 7, 7, 2, 5, 4, 2, 5, 7, or 5, 2, 7. They are the only 3 members of this family. So to connect between them, and using the operation and the inverse operation, I can come out of 4 equations: 2 for addition, 2 for subtraction, 2 for addition, which can be explained by the commutative property, because that 2 plus 5 equals 7 and 5 plus 2 equals 7, and 2 subtraction, let's change now, and 2 subtraction operations, which actually they are the inverse operation, which are 7 minus 2 equals 5 and 7 minus 5 equals 2. So if I ask you to write, please, the members of the fact family, actually the members are 3, 4, and 7. What are the 4 operations that are represented by this family? Is 3 plus 4 equals 7, 3 plus 4 equals 7, and 4 plus 3 equals 7, and 7 minus 3 equals 4, and 7 minus 4 equals 3. Now let's go to the other family, okay, or to the other fact family that connect between multiplication and division, which is the multiplication division fact family. Now in multiplication, I call the numbers that are being multiplied with each other or times each other, I call them the factors, and the result of multiplying factors is the product. Okay, so here 4 times 8, 4 is a factor, 8 is a factor, and 32 is the product of 4 and 8. It means that if you multiply both of them, they will give me 38. So you can represent these fact family members by using a triangle again, as I said, and as you did actually on Wednesday. Okay, one of them will be 32, the greatest one at the top of the triangle, the other will be 4, and the other one will be 8. On the basis of the triangles, we have 4, 8, and at the top we have 32. Now you can notice, miss, that no other numbers can be seen in this family. It's the only 3 numbers that are members of these families. Now, how to show the relationship between them is it could be represented by the multiplication and the division process. Look, miss, you can notice that, for example, 3 times 9 equals 27. We can say that, 9 times 3 equals 27. This is another operation. Now, 27 divided by 9 equals 3. 27 divided by 3 equals 9. Okay, so as you can see here, we actually finish the process. Let's go to the lesson. Okay, we finish the 4 operations. We represent the family. We meet actually the family for the addition and subtraction, and for multiplication and division members, okay, or operations. We can go to the lesson and solve from the book.